What is up, guys? My name is Coriola, and welcome to episode 3 of my Out of the Park Baseball 18 franchise here with the Arizona Diamondbacks. We are here at the end of season 1, finished 73 and 89. Not awful. 451 winning percentage is definitely not terrible for our first year. At the end of the year, though, we did suffer a pretty big injury. Zach Greinke, who had a 3.12 ERA at the time, tore his flexor tendon in his elbow. This was in August. He is still going to be out for 8 more months. So we right now are looking at a June-July return for him next season after he had a nice bounce-back year, or he was looking to have one. His BABIP was actually above league average, and then he tore his elbow. So we are still stuck with him for 4 more years. Yeah, pretty big loss for us right there. It's half of $31 million. That's $15 million we're losing on Zach Greinke. The Los Angeles Dodgers, funny enough, made the wild card with 97 wins. The San Francisco Giants won 102 games. Here are the standings. We'll go through the playoffs in just a second. It looks like right now we will have either the 8th or 9th pick in next year's draft. So let's go through some stats. Robbie Ray finished the season strong. Second half was definitely much better than the first half. Had a 4.84 ERA, 173 innings pitched. The 4.0 walks is really what's causing him problems. 1.2 wins above replacement. Taijuan Walker, 4.95, 192 and 2/3 innings pitched. 1.9 wins above replacement. Not as good strikeout-wise as Ray, which is why his ERA is a bit higher. Shelby Miller regressed, finished with a 3.86 ERA, which is not terrible. I apologize if you hear my siblings in the background. 3.86 ERA and 212 innings pitched. He led the team in that regard. Archie Bradley, 5.30 in 142 and 2/3 innings pitched, but his ratings are steadily increasing, so he's a nice young aspect to this rotation. And Pat Corbin, 6.11 in 91 and 1/3 innings pitched. Andrew Chafin, 38 saves, 4.02 ERA. Fleck, in minimal time after being called back up, 4.31. Kevin Munson, 6.32. Jake Barrett, 4.64. Rodney, 4.52. And are we stuck with him? No, he was only on a 1-year deal. I do not think we'll be bringing back Fernando Rodney. Randall Delgado, decent season, 3.72. Second best in our bullpen. Willie Peralta, 5.57. And Zach Godley, 3.39. So that is it for our pitching. Offensively, Pollock, 3.06, 18 home runs. Ildemaro Vargas, 2.90 in 145 at-bats. Pretty nice. Paul Goldschmidt, not good on the home runs, but he did bring it back average-wise. 291, 400 on base, 18 home runs. Jake Lamb, 240, 325 on base, 24 dongs. David Peralta, 287, 21 home runs. Chris Davis, 224, 25 home runs. 10 of those came as a Diamondback, but his average was over 30 points higher in Arizona. We called up Oscar Hernandez, and at the end of the year, he hit 368, and Nick Ahmed hit 263. Bench, Herman, 217. Iannetta, 235. Drury, 285. Ketel Marte called up in September, 250. Chris Owings hit 213. And Jeremy Hazelbaker hit 244. 328 on base and 9 home runs. So we will simulate the playoffs. Wild card round goes to Detroit and Los Angeles. And Dodgers beat the 102-win Giants. Cubs over Nationals. Twins and Tigers, and the Tigers sweep the Twins. So it's Tigers and Cubs. Cubs looking for back-to-back. Tigers take a 3-1 lead. Cubs tie it. Game 7 goes to the Chicago Cubs, and they win their second straight World Series. I'm not the biggest fan of the Cubs in real life. I think their fans are annoying, but if it were against the Tigers, I would root for the Cubs, just as I rooted for the Cubs against the Indians this year. 348 is our score. I don't understand how the new score works because in my Royals, I just got like a 200 after an 88-win season. It was like, oh, that's great. Or not great, but that's a good score. and this was like a 300, and it was bad, but also like a 50 score is also bad, so I'm confused. No options to decide. We did not play 500 ball. He wants us to make the playoffs in the next 4 seasons, upgrade in home runs and at second base, and improve attendance to over 40,000 per game. That is quite a lot. Ned Yost fired in Kansas City. They won 52 games. We have $120 million for payroll. We are losing our hitting coach. He was pretty good this season. I wish I'd seen that at midseason so I could give him an extension, but we will look there for a new hitting coach. We'll go to tendencies, best reputation. What do we want? I guess if he wants us to improve power, we should get a power guy. So Chris Cron, decent history, good. He has tendencies, which means he's probably a higher level coach in my experience. So let's bring in this power guy. Don't really see a better option. All right, arbitration time. We have a lot of guys. Pat Corbin, his last year under team control, and he is not interested in continuing negotiations. At this point, I'm not going to get rid of him. Let's see what we have on the trade block. Or, and my nose is really stuffed. It wasn't today until like just now, so I'm sorry if I sound congested. Not really any good options here. Although Brock Holt is interesting. I do like me some Brock Holt. But I imagine we could get him for less than that. Yeah. We could get him for a lot less than that. Jake Westbrook has... Will you trade Jake Westbrook or Jamie Westbrook for Brock Holt? I'm going to do it. I'm going to acquire Brock Holt. Yeah, I'm kind of confident. Let's get Rafael Devers, too. I give up Goldschmidt for Rafael Devers. And Keston here is already slipping in potential, which I don't like seeing. It was not really a strong class, so kind of worried about that. All right, Shelby Miller. We'll come back to Corbin. We are low on money. So long, Patty. We just don't have the money for him, it appears, right now. Okay, apparently that decreased how much money we had. Or it didn't change it, I guess. This is what he's asking for, so we will offer him that. Anyone else we'd like to get rid of? Randall Delgado did have a good season, but $2 million's a bunch. Willie Peralta, just not a great acquisition on my part. AJ Pollock is probably worth $13 million. That's fair. Chris Owings, I'm thinking about it. Chris Herman, with the slight emergence of Oscar Hernandez, I'm not going to pay him 1.1, so we will let him go. Any minor leaguers I'm interested in keeping? Not really. All right, let's get back to arbitration. Robbie Ray, 1.5 is definitely a fair for him, and I think he can be much better than he was this year, so looking forward to that. Taijuan Walker, not interested, so we will have to go to arbitration with him. Andrew Chafin, we will give an extension. His ratings have gone up quite nicely. We'll give you $3,000 more than you wanted. And apparently that now exceeds the budget. Because it's more than what we offered him, that's why. So I guess we're going to have to go 43 because I'm too lazy to type. But we get that offer. Jake Lamb, 27 years old, good power hitter. Sure, we'll give him $940. Saving $10,000 at a time. Nick Ahmed. I'll bring back Nick Ahmed, although we did just get Brock Holt. Chris Davis would be also nice to trade because that is a lot of money. And we could use that money. And we kind of need that money. Damn, my nose. It was not... Yeah, it's just weird. Anyway, trade offers taking a while today, I noticed. Leonis Martin is interesting, but he's worth almost as much money and probably to go up. Crush. It's weird. It just looked weird. But, yeah, I'm going to pull the trigger. Well, not with Rafael Devers. With Brock Holt. But I'll give him Patrick Corbin. There we go. They're not happy we let go of Patrick Corbin. So sad. What position am I going to set you at? See what your rating is in left field. It's probably the best. Or second base. That's not great. I think third base is... No, left field. We'll set him in left field. That's what he is, right? He's a left fielder. He's really a super utility man. And I love that type of player. You know that about me. There have been times when I've drafted considerably worse players because they were super utility. All right, let's see if he'll take less than... Let's see if he'll take that. Yeah, he will. Brock Holt is scheduled for raise, but not that much. So, 2.3 for him. And then this is good. Chris Owings we will keep. Then Nick Ahmed. I don't think we'll find a better person unless it's Ketel Marte, and we can't afford a person on free agency, and we don't really have the assets for a trade, so yeah. What is his... Oh, his projected is 8.5, not 9.5. That's cool. And Pollock now. And I would like to give him a long-term deal, so we will give you less money this year, 13, and then we'll go up to 16, or even 17. Do that for 5 years with 2 team options. One thing I've noticed is that they very much appreciate it if you give them a buyout. And so I've often found that those buyouts are worth it. So let's see what he says. No. Well, I want to keep trying because I do want to keep AJ Pollock. Let's do 4 years with 1 buyout. Oh, crap. I forgot to do. Hell, I'll do 18. With a 2.5 buyout. Guarantee him an opt-out after... So, mutual option. I've never actually figured out if that works, but if they accept it, are they forced to be on the team, or do you still get the chance? I don't really know. But, yeah. David Peralta, I would also consider a long-term deal. Not this long-term, but maybe like 4 years. Reduce that by 3.5 is good. Bring that to 5 million. And not that big a buyout. 1 million. For Peralta. Yeah, that's a fair deal. I really like David Peralta. Always have. Ionetta, bye. Rodney, bye-bye. And we start simulating. And for some reason, you have to activate a guy who's going to be out starting next year. So you can't save the roster spot, which I am not the biggest fan of. All right, we get the extension for Miller, even though we did a long-term extension for Pollock and David Peralta. But no, the extension goes to the 1-year deal for the worst trade. What I wouldn't give to have Dansby Swanson right now, like, I don't think you realize. Let's see if we can get Dansby Swanson back. Oh, yeah, I'll add Brock Holt. Hello, Dansby. I'm interested in trading for you. That makes sense. Keston. Yeah. I'm disappointed in myself because I'm terrible at drafting. Paul Goldschmidt. AJ Pollock. We will retain some money. Also, the retain thing doesn't work. I convinced Boston to retain all of Rafael Devers in a trade, in like way out in the future. Randall Delgado, he gets one more year. All right, award season. Gold Gloves, we did not get one, as you can see from the lack of notification. Alex Gordon in the American League, my Royals guy. That's American League, National League. Couple Giants are 2 Rockies. So division rivals did pretty good. Who's Jacob Hanneman? Wow. Apparently he's a good defensive center fielder. Reliever of the year, as we get our hitting coaches, are Zach Britton and Kenley Jansen. Wade Davis finished second. Corey Knebel third. American League Silver Sluggers, National League again. Oh, we do have a Diamondback, so I guess the award only happens the first time you get it. That makes sense. Pollock in center field, he did have a fantastic season. I'm very happy with AJ Pollock. Probably, if comeback player of the year was in this, he should get comeback player of the year because he was terrible last year because he was injured. Yulieski Gurriel, is the rookie of the year in the American League. Benintendi, who I think is going to win in real life, finished third, and he should have won with that. And Yohan Moncada finished second. NL rookie of the year goes to Josh Bell. Rob Seguin for the Dodgers, and Okea Dixon for the Dodgers. So our division rivals doing well for themselves. That's the thing. This is going to be a tough division for the foreseeable future. Bruce Bochy and Brad Ausmus are the managers of the year. Yu Darvish is the American League Cy Young. Britton second. Porcello, who did not deserve it last year, finishes third. And Madison Bumgarner wins it in the National League. Jacob deGrom finished second. Julio Urias finished third. And if he did that in real life, I'd be very happy because he's on my fantasy team. And it's a keeper league, and I would love that. Josh Donaldson wins the American League MVP. That is his second time winning that award. He also won it in 2015. Yu Darvish finished second. Machado finished third. And National League goes to Trevor Story, the second-year shortstop. Wow. Even with the poor avoid strikeouts, he put up an impressive 7.0 wins above replacement season. Ben Zobrist finished second, and that looks like MVP to me. And Anthony Rizzo finished third. So that is it for award season. We will move on towards the start of free agency. Salary arbitration hearings, we have one. Taijuan Walker and the team won it. That's what I'm talking about. Jameson Taillon with a setback. That's unfortunate. He looks pretty good. And free agency filings. International free agents. Always fun. Here's a good starting pitcher, but that's a lot of money. Here's another good starting pitcher, but that's, even more money. But he's better, so he probably deserves it. Here's another good left-handed starting pitcher. Again, a lot of money. Shortstop with decent potential, but he wants $6.3 million, and a center fielder. We'll keep an eye on those pitchers, perhaps. But otherwise, I'm not sure quite how much money we have right now. And to answer my question, it is $9 million, which is not terrible to work with by any means. We can do something. I'd like to watch the international free agents, but we could also use help in our bullpen. And maybe in the middle infield. Although Vargas did have a good season, maybe outfield's not really too concerning. Maybe no, because we have Chris Davis. I forgot we had him. So yeah, really just pitching staff and backup catcher to Oscar Hernandez. So we will start there. Alex Avila, Derek Norris. That's my pick right there, although that is quite a lot of money. Love Nick Hundley, except, the $14 million. Cody Stanley. I'll do that for $800,000. Sure. I'll do that. Cody Stanley, catcher. And now we wait on pitchers. Bullpen. See if there's any value. I'll give this guy a minor league contract, although his name's really fucked up. I would love Brad Boxberger, actually. I think $1 million is fair for him in our bullpen. This is a time when you look for value. Trevor Rosenthal would be interesting as well. And that's not a lot of money for him, although relative to us it is. Closers demand a lot of money in this year's game. See Wade Davis, $19 million. Brendan Kitzler, I would not pay that much money for him. Luke Gregerson, that's damn. Yeah, a lot of money being spent on pitchers. Lefty, Patrick Corbin got DFA'd by the team we traded him to. I'll come back to you, Patrick. All right, so I'm just going to keep my eyes on these starting pitchers and just start simulating. And this is probably going to be pretty boring for a while. So let's talk about sports. Last night was opening night of MLB. As all these guys say, sure. And the San Francisco Giants, it appears, even though they spent $60 million on a closer, still have a shitty bullpen. You're welcome, San Francisco. As you can tell, I have very little sympathy for the plight of the Giants. 2 walk-offs on opening evening. That's pretty impressive, actually, if you think about it. I mean, you don't need to think about it. It's impressive. All right. Could I get any of... That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. That's unfortunate. Now he's going to hate me. All right. Let's just look at him. Luis Mancha does not like our manager. Okay. He's the least expensive. This is a guy I would want. He's received an offer from Texas, although he has already received an offer from Texas. Gilberto Herrera has received an offer from the Yankees. Okay, so maybe not on those guys. We'll simulate up to the start of the winter meetings and see where that is all at. Just sitting with our guys for right now. We'll go back, check in on Patrick Corbin if these starting pitchers are out of our reach. And we signed those 3, Boxberger, Stanley, and Echeverria, I think is his name. And Amoroso says he likes our minor league contract. And winter meetings have begun. Let's take a look back at... Gerard Dyson would be a nice outfielder to have. Now that I'm thinking about it. But he does want a lot of money. Another utility guy. We could bring in another utility guy. You do know I do like utility guys. And for just that little money, I'm not getting any of those guys for $6.5 million, so... Let's take a look back at the starting pitcher market / Patrick Corbin. We could get Lance Lynn, looks like, for $5 million. Alex Cobb. Yeah. These guys are still here. His offer's 13. Your offer is not interested in us because reasons. He has a shoulder tear. Nice. Andrew Kashner. Sure. If you give me a 2-year, basically what's a 1-year deal? I will give you 5.3 a season for basically 1 year. If you're bad. If you're good, you get another year. If you're not, see ya. Alright, that's what I reminded myself I needed to do. Paper. I'm in a room with like 50 notebooks and I can't find like a sheet of paper to use. This is embarrassing. Post-its, don't have any open ones. I swear I have some open Post-its. I'm a mess. I apologize, but you guys seem to like it, so we're keeping on. Alright, that's not obviously going to work, so we're writing it on little Post-its. And that is the Rule 5 draft, although I'm not particularly concerned with losing anybody in the Rule 5 draft due to the current state of our farm system. Alright, what is first? J is still first. H. Well, Arizona is obviously the first one. And we do have to add a couple guys. Then it's Hillsborough. And then it's Jackson. Then it's, don't worry about that. Then it's Kane County. Then it's Missoula. Then I'm just writing far away. Then Reno and Visalia. Alright, that's just alphabetical order so that I can go through this quickly. We do need to add Boxberger and Cody Stanley to our active roster, and the filter's already up. So first off, Arizona, no one. Hillsborough, no one. Jackson, we have someone. Jared Miller, he's a lefty, and people love lefties, so we'll add Jared Miller. Kane County, nope. Missoula, nope. Reno, yes, quite a few. Braden Shipley is an absolutely. Dawel Lugo is a yes. And then these last guys are question marks. Anthony Banda is a yes. Domingo Leyba is a yes. And the last guy, Jimmy Sherfty, a righty. How much room do we have on our 40-man? How many do we have left? We just have Visalia left. Yeah, sure. Nah. Visalia, we do have one Sergio Alcantara, who I don't think is going to be taken. Next pick by Arizona. Yep, not taken. Could get a decent closer, Ryan Harper. But apparently his control sucks. Any decent backup catcher? That I'm just not really seeing much value here. That's not a catcher, by the way. Luke Molly? Nah. See ya. We out. Anyway, that's it for the Rule 5 draft. Who else do we have in free agency? Do we want Patrick Corbin? We have Cashner and Santana, And I think I'm just going to sit with these guys. Simulate forward. We will have a lefty because we have Robbie Ray. I forgot about him. We get the minor league starting pitcher. Woo. Insane moves being made in Arizona by yours truly. I would cut, but I really want to get back to the basketball game. And by basketball game, I mean national championship. See, that is how much dedication I have to you guys. I forgo watching parts of the national championship game just to record an episode for you guys. Y'all should feel special. But, actually, where's my phone? I have to check the score. As a, obviously, disappointed Kansas fan, and if you were wondering why I'm a disappointed Kansas fan, really, I am rooting for Gonzaga because I don't like the Blue Bloods besides Kansas. I rooted for North Carolina to beat Kentucky and then for them to beat Oregon, and that's about it. Look, it's halftime, and Gonzaga's up by 3. Cool. So when I see or when this is up, inevitably, I'm not editing this. I'm not rendering this until the game's over. My love for you guys does have its limits, but anyway. We get Chipper Jones, Trevor Hoffman, and Jim Thome in the Hall of Fame. That's a pretty solid class. Bonds and Clemens right around the 60%. Need about 10 more to get into the Hall. So when I see you guys next, there's a decent chance that North Carolina will be champions, but there's also, not when you see this, when I see you next, when you see this in the first place, there's a decent chance North Carolina will be champions, but there's also a chance that the Spokane, Washington, Gonzaga freaking Zags? Is that it? Is that their nickname? Is that seriously their nickname? It's sadder that I didn't know that it was their nickname at this point. It is... They're the Bulldogs. Okay. That's what I thought at first, and then I saw their jersey said Zags, and I was like, wait, what? Thanks, Bleacher Report. Your app sucks now that you took the comment section out. That was the fun part. Alright, so I'll cut for this one, because it'll take like 2 seconds to cut. I will skip spring training, and see you guys back at the end of the episode real quick. Alright, we're back here a couple days before spring training end, but the CPU actually offered me a decent trade. 22-year-old first baseman for 26-year-old pitcher. And I'm fine doing this. Gets us a bit younger. I think that the guy with 4 more years of his career, well, not necessarily that, but 4 years younger, I think, has a chance to contribute more. Player development update. Wilson up, Chafin down. Bradley all up, which is nice. Banda up. Drury down. Lugo up. Lamb up. Owings down. Annunziata up. Yeah, pretty decent, I'd say. 13 and 12. These bitches got shut out on my birthday, so that's how loyalty is. I'm not showing the schedule, so you guys don't get to know when my birthday is. I don't know why I just threw my post-it notes in the trash. I'm going to say I don't know why I don't want you to know my birthday, but it's my little secret. You don't get to know. But you do know now that it's sometime during spring training, so I guess if you guess enough, you got about 33 or so days, 35 to guess which day of those is my birthday. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can't, in challenge mode, you can't autoplay during the season, which is weird, and makes my, blitzing through to prepare for episodes a bit more challenging. Anyway, this season we're actually projected to be in 2nd place. Paul Goldschmidt projected to be the 7th best hitter, and Archie Bradley projected to be the 4th best pitcher. Interesting. But yeah, we are projected to make the playoffs as the first wildcard team. Can't say the same for my Royals. Matt Harvey is on Tampa Bay. What the fuck? For D. Gordon and Alex Fido, that's a good deal for Tampa Bay. Holy shit. How'd they get D. Gordon? They traded Jake Odorizzi for D. Gordon, then traded D. Gordon for Matt freaking Harvey. That's a good deal for Tampa Bay. Holy shit, straight out of Boston. I think you need to see this. Anyway, let's cut down our staff. Greinke goes on the DL. Silvio Bracco goes to AAA. Randall Delgado can stay for now. Evan Marshall had the nastiest slider in like MLB 15 the show. Too bad he sucks. Tyler Wilson can go to AAA. Boxberger looks like he's be our closer. He also needs to be DFA'd. Caleb Flex could go down before Delgado just because, hey, we're paying that man $2 million. 15. It looks like we need to get rid of 3 guys. Miller. Wait, I need to count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. All right. Shipley, I'm going to give him a bit more time in the minors to get ready. I don't want to start his service clock in the bullpen. And same with Anthony Banda. So I believe he'll put Miller back in the rotation. He will. What the hell? I sent too many guys down. I don't know why I do this. I'm not bringing back either of those guys. I'm going to bring back Wilson. But I have to get rid of like a bunch of these guys first. So we'll send down Mathis. Oh my god. I'm just cutting you. At this point, I'm just cutting you. Why? Where did he come from? They signed him before 2000. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat the $2 million right now. Does Drury have options? He does. Leba, yeah. Gotta send down all these prospects we call it. Lugo might get his shot sometime during the regular season. We need to send down 4 more so that we can add Wilson back. Outfield, we have too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to keep 5. So there's 1. Do you have options left? Do you have options left? There's 2. Brito or Holt. I'm keeping Holt, so Socrates, Brito. Socrates, nuts. Oh, come on. That's unfortunate. All right, Ketel Marte. He has options. That should be down to 25, so we have to get rid of 1 more because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13. Yeah, we have 14. All right, so Vargas maybe, but he was good. I guess who we don't need is Nick Ahmed. Okay, there we go. All right. I'll add Tyler Wilson back to Arizona. And then that's it. Besides minor league system rankings, we are ranked last place. We have 1 point because we have 1 top 100 prospect, and he is the 100th best prospect, Keston Hurria, whose rating has gone back up, which is good. Hopefully he has a decent year. He's starting in AA, so kind of on the fast track to the major leagues, but this is the state of our farm system right now. So hopefully this draft class is better. We will have the 9th overall pick, but before then, I'm going to be signing off. So next time we will have the 2018 midseason. Holy shit, in this game, I'm graduating in 2 months. That's scary. That's really scary. Anyway, fuck. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time.